Good evening. This is Michael Sussman joining you live from the Charleston Catholic Athletic Center for tonight's boys high school basketball action between the Charleston Catholic Irish and the visiting Wyoming East Warriors. Charleston Catholic comes into the contest with a 5-10 record, but on a bit of a roll as of late. The Irish blew out Van 59-21 their last time out and knocked off St. Mary's 66-58 back on February 7th. St. Mary's, of course, one of the best teams in AA. So the Irish, a threatening squad as we approach postseason time. They'll face off against a tough Wyoming East squad this evening, coming in at 8-10 overall. The Warriors knocked off Liberty 75-49 on Friday and are coming off of a tough loss versus St. Albans this past Saturday. Charleston Catholic in their home whites, Wyoming East in their away green uniforms. Let's go ahead and get to our starting lineups as the players trot onto the floor now, beginning with Charleston Catholic. Number 10, Gio Cinco, a sophomore, starts at point guard. Number 24, J. Allen Turner, another sophomore, trots across the court right now. Allen Turner averaging 17 points per game this season, one of the most promising players in the state. And then number 30, a senior, John McComas, gets the start at forward for Charleston Catholic. McComas, a crafty lefty and somebody that Charleston Catholic is going to look to get involved in the offense early and often tonight. Max Wilcox, a freshman, starts as well. Wilcox has been the sharpshooter for this squad all season. Look for him to get on a roll early and often from three. And then to round out the starting lineup for the Irish is Ferris Murad. Murad just recently bounced back from injury and gave this team a new spark of life. The visiting Wyoming East Warriors will start number 24, Tanner Witten. Witten averaging 24 points per game this season. Number 34, Garrett Mitchell, as well as number 15, Cole Lambert at point guard. Number 10, Tucker Cook starts, and the big man, number 23, Chandler Johnson, rounds out the starting lineups. We are ready to go as Witten tips off against Allen Turner. The Warriors will control the tip-off, and we are underway. Here comes Wyoming East. Cole Lambert looking to set up the offense. He'll whip it top of the key over to Cook. Now far side, Garrett Mitchell. Backing down now is Chandler Johnson. No good on the shot attempt. That'll bounce out of bounds and stay with the Warriors. Now inbounding underneath their own hoop, Cole Lambert. Looking to enter the ball. He will do so to Mitchell. Three-pointer in the air. Short, no good. And the loose ball is controlled by Allen Turner. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Catholic. Left-handed layups blocked. That's Chandler Johnson on the rejection. Nice job getting back on defense coast to coast. Johnson, sort of the defensive specialist and rebounder on this Wyoming East team, although Coach Brooks raved about his offensive progression when I spoke to him earlier today. So Johnson really giving this team a new dimension as this season goes on and on. Here comes Wyoming East back into the motion offense. The Warriors can get hot from the three-point range. That's kind of been their DNA over the years. Here comes Lambert on the drive. Now far side corner. Johnson has it ripped loose as McComas was able to get a hand in there. Now Allen Turner pushing the tempo. Gets it into the hands of Gio Cinco. There's a three-pointer in the air. Murad in and out, no good. 1 minute gone in the first quarter. No points scored yet. As Wyoming East slows, Charleston Catholic has really started to pick up their defense as of late. They held Poca to just 37 points last week, just about as good as anybody's done all season. As Tanner Witten backs his way into the low block and gets a bucket. That gets the Warriors on the board. Here comes Catholic quickly the other way. Murad, a layup, no good. McComas able to rip down the board. He'll clear it himself. The quick three-pointer's no good, but he's fouled. John McComas will head to the charity strike now for 3 attempts. As Catholic committed the cardinal sin there, fouling the jump shooter. Or Wyoming East, I should say. That's Garrett Mitchell on the foul, his first. John McComas, first free throw in the air. And he swished it, a smooth stroke. McComas is a crafty lefty. Really likes to rely on the mid-range game with an opportunity to get some big confidence free throws early. Swished the second one. And McComas to go perfect. And he will do so. John McComas, with those 3 free throws, puts Charleston Catholic into the lead. And Catholic's going to go to the full court press. And the man-to-man. Cinco pressuring the ball. Lambert crosses the timeline. 2 minutes gone now. As Coach Hunter Moles looks on. Moles navigating this squad through a tough season as Lambert gets a runner. And he's got 2. A nice touch there from Cole Lambert using the glass to knock the floater down. Now 4-3 Wyoming East. Far side corner, McComas. He'll give it back to Murad. A tough bucket in the lane. Ferris Murad with 2 points, able to use his body to create the space and convert now 5-4. As Catholic goes right back to the pressure. Lambert crossover dribble. Now whips it cross court. Chandler Johnson, a 3-pointer. He swished it. Johnson knocks down the triple as the Warriors head into the lead. Johnson showing his ability to step out there and play inside out. As Catholic looks to answer. Murad now into the hands of Cinco. He'll give it to Jay Allen Turner now. Allen Turner on the drive. He's got 2. That'll get the scoring going for the sophomore. As we tie things up, it's 7-7. Charleston Catholic, some light ball pressure here, but sinking right back into the half-court defense. As Jeff Reynolds steps to the scores table. Inside, low block, Johnson, put back, he's got it. Chandler Johnson with 5 points as he hits the putback. Hunter Moles will take a timeout, and we'll take it with him. You are watching Charleston Catholic basketball on Video Productions. And we are back in the Charleston Catholic Athletic Center. Michael Sussman here as we bring you first quarter action. The Irish trailing by 2, looking to set up the offense. Here comes Catholic, swinging it around the horn. Keelan, they've got a whistle and a foul call. Looks like that'll go the other way as the Warriors are able to draw the charge there. A nice job there, rotating the defense and taking the contact. Sending that one the other way. Here comes Garrett Mitchell walking it up the floor. Mitchell averaging about 17 points per game this season. Looks like Charleston Catholic in kind of a matchup zone here, trying to trap. 3-pointer in the air, Witten, and he's got it. Tanner Witten now with 5 points. The Warriors' leading scorer. Here come the Irish. Reynolds cut off baseline. They'll scoop it underneath. And fouled on the shot attempt. Nice little up and under move there from Reynolds as he got the defender in the air. And then took the contact. So Jeff Reynolds steps to the free throw line as Catholic trails by 5. And he'll swish the first free throw. Wyoming East led by head coach Derek Brooks, a member of the 2002 state champion squad. So Brooks looking to relive that dream now on the coaching side of things. Reynolds' free throw is strong. He'll split the pair. And the rebound goes to Tucker Cook. Here comes Wyoming East. Now on the drive, pull-up jumper in the lane, good. Garrett Mitchell has 2. Here comes Jay Allen Turner looking to get going. Crossover into the lane. And a jump shot in the air, strong. A bouncing ball stays with the Irish. Max Wilcox rips it down. Fresh possession now as McComas crosses over. Nice defense there by Tucker Cook. And it's cleared. Top of the key, Keelan Swan, another player back from injury. There's a floater baseline, Wilcox strong. And Garrett Mitchell heads the other way. He'll try to push it all the way ahead into transition to Witten. And he makes a nice one-handed grab. Now driving baseline, left-handed layup, he's got it. Tanner Witten with 2 more there, he's got 7. Now 3 minutes and winding. Charleston Catholic in some trouble early, trailing by 8. As Hunter Moles off to a good start. Here's Jay Allen Turner on the drive, he's got 2. Jay Allen Turner turning the corner there and finishing. Here comes Wyoming East. Mitchell picked up his dribble, able to get out of it and get the ball into the hands of the sure-handed point guard Cole Lambert. Tucker Cook now with it. Tanner Witten can't go baseline that time, almost stepped out of bounds. Reset now, Lambert. And a steal from behind, John McComas with quick hands. And here comes Catholic. It's Keelan Swan with it. Now Jay Allen Turner. They'll whip it into the far side corner. 3-pointer, Reynolds no good. And the rebound is cleared. Inside 2 minutes now left to go in the first. Quick steal, Jay Allen Turner. Now turning on the Jets, but he lost the handle. Dumps it off to Wilcox. Reynolds now low block, looking to back his way down. A nice spot there to try to give it back to McComas. But it'll bounce off the senior's hands and out of bounds. So the possession arrow goes back to Wyoming East. As Ferris Murad checks back into the ball game. And Wilcox and McComas will sit down. Gio Cinco pass out of it. And just will. Tucker Cook gathers that one up. 3-pointer in the air, Mitchell. No good, it's off the back iron. Jeff Reynolds with the box out. And the Irish head the other direction. Gio Cinco dumps it off in the corner. Now back top of the key, Reynolds. On the drive, Murad lost it momentarily, able to get it back. There's Jay Allen Turner looking to drive again. Fall away jumper, he's got it. Another beautiful finish there for Jay Allen Turner. Now with 6 points in the ball game. Inside a minute and going in the period. Trap near midcourt. And Derek Brooks will go ahead and whistle for the timeout. Nice run there by the Irish. Now trailing just 16-12. We'll go to a quick break. You're watching Irish basketball on Video Productions. And we are back live inside the Charleston Catholic Athletic Center. Michael Sussman here. It's a 4-point deficit now for the Irish as Wyoming East tries to answer out of the timeout. Tanner Witten has gotten in an early groove, 7 points so far in the ball game. He'll get it now in the near side corner, guarded by Allen Turner, able to get a long cross-court pass all the way to the other side. Now Garrett Mitchell on the drive, gives it back to Witten, 3-pointer in the air, no good. Good look there for the Warriors. Nice action on offense, but the Irish now moving quickly the other way. It's scooped off the ground by Reynolds. He'll kick it out to Gio Cinco. 3-pointer, he swished it. Gio Cinco, money from distance. And now it's just a 1-point deficit. 10 seconds and winding. Here come the Warriors. Now 8 seconds. There's a Witten jumper. No good. Allen Turner now looking to get a shot up. Long heave is short. And that'll bring an end to our first quarter of action. We've got a good one here inside the CCHS Athletic Center. The Irish trailing by 1. Back with more on Video Productions.
Here for you, Thornhill GM Superstore. Expect the best. Get even more with our new Thornhill Value Plus warranty. 10 years, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty on most all vehicles. Get in on all the savings. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and ThornhillGMSuperstore.com.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment.
This team really just has a whole lot more in the offensive arsenal when Gio Cinco and Max Wilcox can get in a groove from distance, but those two have a lot of confidence shooting the basketball. Have done so at a high clip this season. So, two guys that the Irish always look to knock down perimeter shots. Catholic made a lot of noise in Double-A, losing to Polka by just 3 points and knocking off St. Mary's in the last couple weeks. So they're heating up at the right time, which is what any team is looking to do in the up and down high school basketball season. Here comes Wyoming East. Mitchell, pull-up jump shot, free throw line, got it. Smooth jumper there for Garrett Mitchell. As he's able to knock that one down and extend the lead to 3. And here comes Catholic. Murad looking to enter it into the low block. Hook shot up strong. Nice defense there by Chandler Johnson, who gets the rebound as well. And the Warriors reset things, leading by 3. Wyoming East looking to get it into Witten in the high post. Right now, man-on-man with J. Allen Turner. Three-pointer in the air. Cook is no good. And the possession will go to Charleston Catholic. Max Wilcox re-enters the game. Gio Cinco sits down. J. Allen Turner now walks it up the floor. He's had to do a lot more on the ball this season as compared to last year, just taking that next step as a player. And looking to get his teammates involved. But Allen Turner always has the green light to drive. Cut off there, though. Garrett Mitchell with the defense. Here's McComas backing his way down. Back to J. Allen Turner. Crossover dribble now going baseline. Bullies his way to the bucket. Whistling the traveling call. J. Allen Turner just sliding his feet there and committing the turnover. Now Catholic goes back to the pressure. Right now, a straight up man-to-man. Cole Lambert handles it well. Now gets it over to Garrett Mitchell, guarded by Max Wilcox. Into the lane, Witten has his shot ripped away. Keelan Swan with the block. Now here comes Catholic. McComas coast to coast, no good. And it's swatted away. Wyoming East tried to save it. Chandler Johnson was able to do so. Looks like he could throw it off the Irish player there and send the arrow back to Wyoming East. Athletic play there by the big man. Here's Mitchell to inbound. Does so to Lambert. Tough spot in the corner. Catholic looking for the quick trap. And they get the steal. Here's Wilcox wide open. Wing three-pointer. No good. A clean look there for the Irish. Unable to take advantage of the opportunity. And a traveling call against Cole Lambert there. Now correction, actually a foul on the floor against the Irish. That's Max Wilcox on the bump. 14 fouls now against the home team. As for Wyoming East, their playoff matchup will be against Bluefield and Summers County. Three-pointers up and good. Tucker Cook able to knock that one down. He was wide open. 23-20 now the score. There's Catholic the other way. Reynolds looking to get a tough bucket underneath. He's fouled on the shot attempt. And he'll head to the charity strike. Jeff Reynolds, a versatile big man. Able to get a lot of rebounds underneath, but also can step out and shoot the three. Charleston Catholic and Ravenswood is an interesting matchup in that Class AA bracket as Reynolds drills the first free throw. And he's got 2 on the ball game, but Ravenswood won a 65-60 matchup earlier this year. There's a good chance that could be a sectional final down the road. So none of these teams are really the same as they were at the outset of the year. Now this battle-tested Irish team trailing by 1 Here comes Wyoming East. Tucker Cook with it, now on the drive. And a scoop shot up and in. It's Jacob Howard getting onto the score sheet, 25-22. 3 minutes left to play till the break. Reynolds gets it to Jay Allen Turner. Now looking to drive with the left. He's fouled on the shot attempt and one. Jay Allen Turner with the bucket and the foul. And he'll head to the free throw line now in double figures. You can see Jay Allen Turner there looking to see what he has, taking it himself, and then finishing through the contact. A soft touch as he looks to cap off the three-point play. Free throws up and strong. Wyoming East, some confusion out of the free throw. Able to corral it. Ferris Murad back on the floor for Charleston Catholic. Here's Witten in the lane, left-handed scoop shots in. Witten got the shooter's touch and extends the lead to 3. Second quarter action, Charleston Catholic Athletic Center, the Irish trailing by 3. McComas yo-yos it over to Keelan Swan, who puts it on the floor. Now into the hands of Murad. Wyoming East doing a nice job stepping in front, but the Catholic gets an open look. In and out, no good. And Lambert controls the rebound. Lambert fouled crossing half court. John McComas whistled for the blocking foul. That's the 5th foul of the half. As Wyoming East inbounds on the near side. Tanner Witten with 9 points in the ball game. Jay Allen Turner with 10. There's an offensive rebound. Jacob Howard able to get 2 of them. And a jump ball is the call. Derek Brooks and Herb Brooks look on. Herb Brooks, an assistant coach on the Wyoming East staff. The son of Derek, or father of Derek, I should say. The Warriors inbound with 1.5 minutes left. They'll clear it long to Chandler Johnson, who yo-yos it back to Cole Lambert. Lambert was able to get it into Witten. A nice thought, but the pass goes over the head of Jacob Howard. And back to the Irish with 1:28 left. Garrett Mitchell will check back into the game. And as Chandler Johnson gets a quick break. Here comes the Irish. Setting up top, Witten on Jay Allen Turner. Now back over to McComas. Low block, Allen Turner, spin move, finish, and he's got it. Jay Allen Turner with 12 points. As he's able to use his quickness there to get open with the spin move and finish underneath. 27-26 now the score. Inside of 1 minute to play. A wide open pass to Witten as he'll get the layup. Witten able to flash wide open on the weak side. And his teammate found him. Too easy of a bucket there for Coach Hunter Mole's liking. 29-26 now to score. Here comes Catholic. Ferris Murad traveled with it. Murad slides his feet on the drive. And it'll give it back to Wyoming East with 36 seconds left. Could choose to hold for the last shot. Wyoming East able to get Witten involved just with his length. Such an effective post player. And if he can get in the painted area. Inside 20 seconds to go now. That's Garrett Mitchell with it. Back up top to Cole Lambert. Now back to Mitchell. He's going to drive into the lane. Jump shots up good. Garrett Mitchell drills the pull-up from 8 feet. Now Charleston Catholic looking to get a shot off. Allen Turner, three-pointer, strong, no good. And that will bring an end to our first half of action. It's 31-26 Wyoming East as we head to the break on Video Productions.
With all that's going on, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to remind our neighbors we're here for you. We're taking extra precautions to protect you and our employees. Right now, we're offering 6-month no-interest financing to help you stay comfortable throughout this crisis. Our superior indoor air filtration options will keep viruses, bacteria, and allergens down, increasing indoor air quality, comfort, and safety. Call us today and see how we can help you. Mullen, we're comfortable when you are.
Here at Children's Dentistry, you may notice that things are a little different. And Mom and Dad expect us to treat them like a child.
The LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
For more than 125 years, West Virginia State University has been educating generations of students who have gone on to change the world.
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have. No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Always here for you, Thornhill GM Superstore. Expect the best, get even more with our new Thornhill Value Plus warranty. 10 years, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty on most all vehicles. Get in on all the savings. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and ThornhillGMSuperstore.com.
The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Here at Children's Dentistry, you may notice things are a little different. And Mom and Dad expect us to treat them like a child.
Community Strong. We are Thornhill Ford Lincoln, your hometown dealer located on 119 near Chapmanville. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, support, and savings on your next vehicle. Don't miss out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and thornhillford.net.
And we are back live inside of the Charleston Catholic Athletic Center. Michael Sussman here. And a quick recap of the action. Charleston Catholic trailing at 31-26 at the break. A bit of an up and down quarter for the Irish. They fell behind by 8 quickly in that first quarter, but they were able to answer. Coming out for the second quarter, Jay Allen Turner able to get in a bit of a rhythm. He had 8 points. Headed towards the break there, a breakdown of our scoring from the first half. Gio Cinco with 3 points on the one made three-pointer. Jay Allen Turner has 12. All twos towards the low block. He was able to create his own space in the lane and knock down a couple big shots underneath the bucket. So look for the sophomore to continue to drive and penetrate to get Catholic this win down the stretch. John McComas with 6 points in the half, 3 made free throws, and a big three-pointer headed towards the break there. Jeff Reynolds with 3 points in that first half, and then Ferris Murad with 4 to round out the score sheet for the Irish. As for Wyoming East, it's Tanner Witten leading the Warriors in scoring with 11. Garrett Mitchell has 8. Cole Lambert with 2. Tucker Cook with 1 made three-pointer, and then Chandler Johnson has 5 points. And then the big man Jacob Howard with 2 points as well to close out your scoring for Wyoming East. Again, the score 31-26. Should be a battle the rest of the way as we continue to bring you Irish basketball on Video Productions. And we are back inside the Charleston Catholic Athletic Center as the Irish trot back out onto the floor to warm up, trailing by 5 points at the half. Wyoming East. And the Irish looking to close things out strong as both teams approach playoff time. Charleston Catholic has a matchup likely against the Ravenswood Red Devils or the Roane County Raiders. Ahead of them in postseason play, the Irish did not play against Roane during their regular season slate. However, they did play the Red Devils and fell 65-60 in that one. But I've got to see the Irish play a few times this season, and they are a much different squad headed towards the postseason. The comeback of Keelan Swan and Ferris Murad has been a big addition just to bolster the depth on this team and also just provide a jolt of energy. Murad's been a four-year contributor on this team, so the senior battling through some adversity and coming back right at the right time to try to give this team a big boost of momentum. Should be an exciting sectional there in Class AA for Charleston Catholic. And then for Wyoming East, they're going to play against Summers and Bluefield. They lost to Bluefield 52-39 in their first matchup this season, but Wyoming East with the hot hand shooting right now. They've got just such impressive scores with Garrett Mitchell and Tanner Witten. Should the Warriors get hot, they could definitely be a dangerous squad. But just more on Charleston Catholic's development. I think they took a lot of people by storm, holding Polka to just 37 points and losing by 3 here in the Athletic Center a week or so ago. The Polka Dots just have so much talent with Isaac McNeely and an experienced veteran cast of characters. So to be able to compete with them in that manner shows that the Irish could really play with anybody. And that's what Coach Moles had to say when I talked to him earlier on today. Charleston Catholic looking to finish things up and get hot. Up next, they'll play Wheeling Central next week. So just a few games left on the schedule. A big one here tonight. We'll wrap it up on the other side, back with third quarter action. You're watching Irish basketball on Video Productions. And we are back, third quarter, ready to get underway. Starting for Charleston Catholic, Gio Cinco, as well as Ferris Murad, J. Allen Turner, Max Wilcox, and John McComas. Wyoming East will go back to the starting lineup. Garrett Mitchell, Tanner Witten, Cole Lambert, Tucker Cook, and Chandler Johnson on the floor. Wyoming East able to get a nice groove scoring in that first half. Tanner Witten with 11, Garrett Mitchell with 8. Now here come the Irish, quickly into the motion offense. Max Wilcox setting top of the key. Now into the hands of Allen Turner, back to Wilcox, left-handed drive. He'll dump it off to Gio Cinco, who's cut off. Long Wilcox three is no good off the side iron. Chandler Johnson able to get the rebound. And here comes Wyoming East. Cole Lambert crosses over. A couple big bodies down low for Wyoming East with Johnson and Witten, those two leading the Warriors in rebounding this season. Witten averaging close to a double-double, just beneath it, 24 points, 9 rebounds. There's Witten getting involved, but whistled for the charge there. As Gio Cinco stepped in front of that one and took the contact. We've got a quick injury break, it looks like, as Gio Cinco gets up from the charge. We'll head to a quick break on Video Productions. And we are back. Got that situation sorted out. Everybody's all right. Here comes the Irish. Allen Turner trotting it up the floor. Now into the hands of Max Wilcox. Reynolds with a nice screen there, flashed open for a second, but they didn't see him. Now Alan Turner driving on Witten. Witten able to move his feet and cut it off. Here's Jeff Reynolds underneath. He'll pass up the layup, kick it out to Wilcox, who's short on the three-pointer. Here comes the Warriors. Lambert pushing the tempo. Now into the hands of Mitchell. It's poked loose. J. Allen Turner with the deflection. Reynolds is able to grab it. We've got a whistle and a foul call. That one against Charleston Catholic. Hunter Moles can't believe it. Looked like they got a bump underneath on Allen Turner on a push. A push against the Irish, first team foul of the half. It's cleared long. Garrett Mitchell looking to drive. Nice deflection there from Murad. Put back up short. Alan Turner gets the board. Transition pass ahead to McComas. John McComas gets it right back. Three-pointers up. No. Wilcox grabs the offensive rebound. Nice hustle play there by the freshman. Here's McComas backing down. Hook shot no good. And a loose ball. And he's going to roll out of bounds and stay with Charleston Catholic as Tucker Cook hits the deck. Got some bodies flying around tonight. Both these teams know how badly they need this momentum victory down the stretch of the regular season slate. Ferris Murad is going to clear it out to McComas. And Alan Turner hands it off to Max Wilcox. Now back to Murad. A little bit of a log jam over on the near side as the Irish try to get things sorted out and get into their set. Here's J. Allen Turner on the drive. Tried to get to the step back, didn't have it. McComas now lefty hook, no good. And Chandler Johnson, a big rebound. And it gives it back to the Warriors. Pushing the tempo now. Lambert, he'll whip it into the corner. Cook three-pointers good. Tucker Cook with his second made three of the ball game. And that extends the lead out to 8. The Wyoming East faithful loving it as their squad grabs an 8-point advantage in the third quarter. Back with more on Video Productions. And we are back live at the Charleston Catholic Athletic Center. An 8-point lead for Wyoming East after Tucker Cook buries the corner three. Cook with a couple triples in the contest. As Charleston Catholic tries to sort things out, they'll trot Jeff Reynolds, J. Allen Turner, Ferris Murad, John McComas, and Max Wilcox onto the floor. Wyoming East with the same lineup. There comes Alan Turner crossing over into the left hand. Floaters up strong. And another rebound. It is ripped down by Witten. Here comes Wyoming East. Garrett Brooks shouting out instructions. Wilcox providing the ball pressure. Now into the hands of Garrett Mitchell. And a nice cut off there from Alan Turner, who stood the ultimate test against Isaac McNeely last week. Coach raved about his on-ball defense against the state's best prospect. Now on the drive, Mitchell runner good. Garrett Mitchell knocks that one down, moves into double figures now with 10 points. Wilcox picks up the dribble, now whipping it around the horn is Charleston Catholic. Murad dumps it off to Wilcox. Wyoming East showing off their speed in the man-to-man defense. It's poked away. Quick hands there from Tucker Cook. Now it's sent all the way across court to Wilcox. Half the force for the third quarter gone now. 4 minutes and ticking. Here's McComas. Scoop shot rejected. Chandler Johnson throwing that one well the other way, but a bailout foul goes against Garrett Mitchell on the floor. How about the rotation there from Johnson? Able to slap that one out of the sky. But it stays with the Irish. As Keelan Swan looks to inbound. They'll enter it into the corner. Now top of the key, Murad. McComas lost it. And we've got a tie up in the corner as Witten was able to get his arms around the basketball. And the arrow goes to Wyoming East. Wyoming East playing great team defense and earning the possession. Charleston Catholic matching up. Keelan Swan pressuring the ball now. Wilcox on Mitchell. Lambert gets it into the low block to Witten, and he's fouled. A slap on the arm there against J. Allen Turner. Second team foul against Charleston Catholic. And Lambert will inbound underneath his hoop. Clears it into the corner. Mitchell. Guarded by Keelan Swan. Wyoming East content to set up their offense. If you watch Tanner Witten, he's always moving, always trying to get open. Setting a screen on the high post. Now looking to get open on the low block. Witten is going to watch Garrett Mitchell knock down a three-pointer there. He swished it. Now things starting to get away from Catholic. Quick answer, no good. Here comes Witten. Ahead in transition to Mitchell. He'll take it himself. Short on the runner. And it'll go out of bounds. And stay with Wyoming East. Garrett Mitchell putting on a show in this second half. Now with 13 in the game. As the two-headed monster of Witten and Mitchell start to force their will on this one. It's Mitchell with it now. Mismatch on Wilcox. Back to Witten now. Chandler Johnson sets up top. Inside 3 minutes and ticking now, third quarter. Witten fall away jumper, and he makes a tough shot there by Tanner Witten. With the defender draped all over him. He's able to knock that one down. And Charleston Catholic better find a quick answer. It'll be a large hill to climb in the fourth. Keelan Swan kicks it out. Allen Turner now far side corner, left-handed drive, picks up the dribble. Charleston Catholic just can't get into the lane. As the Wyoming East fans start to make some noise, a big following making their way down to Charleston today. J. Allen Turner, three-pointer off the side irons, no good. Here comes Witten the other way, long pass ahead in transition to Mitchell. Scoop shot up and in. Garrett Mitchell has another bucket, and it's a 17-point deficit. A quick steal there. Tanner Witten, who was fouled. So Charleston Catholic all out of sorts, and looking to get the train back on the tracks. As they trail by 17 points. Tanner Witten and Garrett Mitchell just taking charge coming out of the locker room. Chandler Johnson with it. Now up top, Cole Lambert swings it into the corner. A Tucker Cook three is no good. And McComas gets it with the momentum going the other direction. Left-handed layup good. John McComas takes it all the way up the floor himself. And Coach Hunter Moles has seen enough. It's a 15-point lead for Wyoming East as we head to the break on Video Productions. And we are back inside the Charleston Catholic Athletic Center. It's all Warriors in the third quarter, outscoring Catholic 12-2 coming out of the locker room. John McComas just broke the drought for the Irish a moment ago with a layup. But Catholic is going to have to make some quick adjustments if they're to keep this one in shouting distance. They'll extend the pressure out near midcourt, passed through easily by the Warriors. Cole Lambert able to swing it top of the key. Here's a Mitchell wing three-pointer, no good. And Chandler Johnson, the offensive rebound, able to save it, gets it back to Lambert. Three-pointer in the air. Witten is short. John McComas now heading the other way. Wyoming East defense able to get back. Now inside 1 minute left on the third quarter clock. Max Wilcox left wide open for three, and he drilled it. Wilcox left all alone and takes advantage of the opportunity. Now just a 12-point margin. That's what Catholic needed coming out of the timeout. Able to create some pressure out near midcourt. And Wyoming East will take a quick timeout as Derek Brooks whistles for a 30-second. We'll keep it right here. Michael Sussman live on video productions. Charleston Catholic trailing it by 12. Going to the pressure there coming out of the timeout. And then Max Wilcox was able to knock down the three-pointer. This next 42.9 seconds in the third quarter is an important stretch if Catholic can find a way to cut it inside of 10. That could be big mentally going into the fourth quarter. As Wyoming East makes a quick adjustment, presumably. Derek Brooks just telling his guys to settle down against the press. Again, Brooks, once a state champion coach or player with the Warriors, looking to get it done. Now as a coach, told me that that would be a dream come true to hoist the trophy in Charleston at his alma mater. 30 seconds left. Let's see if Wyoming East holds for the last shot. They'll go. Tanner Witten is called for the double dribble. As he tried to set up in the low block. Got his right hand on the ball. That gives it back to Charleston Catholic with 28 seconds left to go. Jay Allen Turner passes it ahead. It's McComas with it, far side corner. Mismatch here for Jay Allen Turner. He'll pass it off. McComas in the post. Goes around the world and makes it. McComas goes from one side of the lane to the other and finishes Wyoming East. Now with just 5 seconds left to go, Lambert is bumped in transition. That's Ferris Murad with the foul call. Hunter Moles not appreciating that one. Didn't seem to be much on the bump, but enough to draw the contact. Just 3.9 left on the clock. Maybe the Warriors can get one or two dribbles, but they've got to go quick. Here's Lambert trying to pass cross court. Three-pointers up, and he drained it. It's Tucker Cook with the three-pointer at the buzzer to put Wyoming East back ahead by 13. How about Tucker with a big-time shot there? We're back with the fourth quarter when we return on Video Productions. Back live in the fourth quarter at the Charleston Catholic Athletic Center. Wyoming East leading it by 13 as Tucker Cook gets going from three-point range. He's got 4 made threes in the contest and 12 points. There's a quick three-pointer in the air. Ferris Murad, he swished it. Murad with a smooth stroke from three-point range there. And it's just a 10-point margin. Charleston Catholic in the half-court trap. Wyoming East just crosses in time. Here's Witten looking to get the finger roll, no good, but Tucker Cook the follow. Lead back out to 12. Tucker Cook able to follow that one all the way to the bucket. Now a quick steal. Garrett Mitchell. And it goes right back to Wyoming East. Cole Lambert crosses half court. Tucker Cook now with it back to Lambert. Yo-yos at far side. Now Mitchell. Back to Lambert as Jay Allen Turner pressures the ball. 1 minute gone in the fourth. Lambert left-handed drive. Tries to kick it out, but is called for the travel. Lambert lost control just a tad in the lane and gives it back to the Irish, trailing by 12. It was Ferris Murad knocking down the triple there. 7 points in the ball game for the senior. He gets it back now, surveying. Back to Turner. Wilcox, a long cross-court high pass. Back to Murad. Now a McComas three is short. And the rebound is going to go to Chandler Johnson, who's fouled well away from the basket. A frustration grab there goes against Murad. So now Wyoming East having to go the length of the floor once again against the pressure. As Allen Turner matches up with Mitchell. Wyoming East nonchalantly passing it. They're going to have to cross half court soon. They will. Here comes Tucker Cook. Lost the handle. Got it back. The Warriors are going to be content to take their time in this fourth quarter with the big lead. Entered into the low block. Witten. A point-blank layup is good. Tanner Witten using his size to create some space there, and then wide open as Charleston Catholic didn't rotate underneath. And the Warriors in a groove now. Allen Turner looking to answer. A whistle and a foul. They're going to say it's a block. That one could have gone either way as Chandler Johnson went crashing to the floor. But they'll say his feet weren't quite set, and it stays with the Irish. Allen Turner now ahead of the charity strike to shoot two. Jay Allen Turner with 12 points tonight, all in the first half. Jeff Reynolds checks back in as Murad heads out of the game. All the players clearing the lane. Not quite sure why yet. Allen Turner, free throw strong. Wyoming East 8-10 overall, looking to fight back towards 500. As Allen Turner swishes that one. The Warriors will square off against region opponent Chapmanville tomorrow at home. So that'll be another big test. As Allen Turner makes that free throw and has 13 in the game. So now Wyoming East to shoot free throws. It looks like a technical was indeed assessed against Charleston Catholic. First free throws up and short. Not sure yet. We'll hopefully get clarification shortly. It looks like it was on the coach, Hunter Moles, however. And Witten free throw. He's got the second one. Split him. And Wyoming East will get the ball back near midcourt. Tanner Witten with 18 points tonight. As Lambert gives it right back to him. Now into the low block. Johnson tries to lay up underneath, but it's no good. And the loose ball will go to Charleston Catholic. So Charleston Catholic trailing by 14. Just over 2 minutes gone, fourth quarter. Allen Turner rolls it up the floor. Now into the hands of Max Wilcox. Wyoming East is just a good bit bigger than Catholic all the way across the board. As Allen Turner now gives it off to John McComas. Looking to go baseline. Has his pass deflected away. Active hands there from Tanner Witten. Here's a quick McComas, 3 out of the inbounds play, drained it. John McComas, money from 3-point range, and that cuts the deficit to 11. John McComas with 11 points now. A whistle and a block call against the Irish. Witten trying to turn the corner. They're going to get Keelan Swan on the bump. Max Wilcox checking out of the game. As you can see, just the contact on the drive there. That was the 7th foul against the Irish, so Witten heads to the charity strike for the 1-and-1. The lefty swishes the first one. He's got 19. Gio Cinco will step up to the scores table. The Irish in some sleek white uniforms tonight. Witten's second free throw, drills it. And he's got 20. Alan Turner whips it far side wing. Jeff Reynolds looking to get open on the screen and roll. Now back to Alan Turner. Cut off in the lane, trying to find Murad underneath. Had his shot rejected. Chandler Johnson so active underneath. Another block. Johnson looking for another one. Three-pointer. Murad hoists it, and he's got it. Ferris Murad money once again as he drills a high arcing long three. And the senior now with 10 points. Half the fourth quarter gone. Wyoming East clinging to the 10-point lead as Gio Cinco extends the pressure outward. Now Garrett Mitchell matched up with Jay Allen. Turner Reynolds on Tucker Cook. And Tanner Witten guarded by Keelan Swan. Allen Turner on Mitchell. Mitchell looking to drive left hand. Now a jump shot in the lane, well short. Jay Allen Turner, great defense on that one. And here come the Irish. Allen Turner slows the tempo, thought about the pull-up, now passes it off. A tough finish underneath. Keelan Swan's got 2. And a foul call. Swan the and 1. Finishing through the contact, able to keep the pivot foot down. And a soft touch. That senior duo of Swan and Ferris Murad, who've both missed much of the season with injuries, making a big impact late, trying to will the Irish back into this one. Now with an opportunity to cut the deficit to 7. Swan free throw up, and it's good. Keelan Swan able to convert the 3-point play. And Wyoming East now with much less breathing room than they had earlier. Looking to get things under control. Tanner Witten tries to drive with his right hand. And a quick whistle, looked like jump ball was the call. It'll stay with Wyoming East as we head to a timeout. A full timeout the Warriors will take there. You are watching Irish basketball on Video Productions.
And Mom and Dad expect us to treat them.
And we are back live inside the Charleston Catholic Athletic Center. A good one here in the fourth quarter as the Irish try to fight their way back from a 14-point deficit, now trailing by just 7. It's been the seniors Swan and Murad coming through with a couple big buckets late. Here's Cole Lambert, the Warriors point guard, shouting out instructions. Now gets it into the hands of Tanner Witten, who's guarded by Jeff Reynolds. The Irish throwing a little bit bigger body at him than they have for most of the game. There's Lambert guarded by Murad. A wild pass is caught by Witten. And a whistle and a foul call is going to go against Murad there as Witten is bumped on the drive. He'll head back to the free throw line. Tanner Witten with 20 points scored tonight to go along with Garrett Mitchell's 15. Free throws up, and it's good. Smooth stroke there for Witten, who's got 21. Second attempt is up, and good. The deficit now back down to 9. Charleston Catholic doesn't need a 3 yet, but certainly would love to get a couple of their talented shooters open. And Murad, a tough bucket. As he drills the floater. I'll give it back to Wyoming East, now leading by just 7. How about the finish there by Murad, able to knock down a tough shot. You can tell Murad is making a point to impose his will on this one late. And Witten, that's a tough bucket underneath. Here comes Charleston Catholic. Now just 3 minutes left to play and going. Cinco yo-yos at far side. Murad guarded by Lambert. Here comes Jay Allen Turner. He's bumped, slashing across the court. Garrett Mitchell with the foul there. That'll give it back to Catholic over near the Irish bench. On the floor for the Irish, Keelan Swan, as well as Murad, Cinco, Jay Allen Turner, and Jeff Reynolds. And here's a Murad three-pointer in and out. Not this time. And here comes Wyoming East. Garrett Mitchell clears it all the way through the lane. And back out to Lambert. Garrett Mitchell, 15 points scored in the ball game. Now he's going to drive right hand and get it back in the corner. Just 2 minutes left. Wyoming East in no hurry. Mitchell's fouled hard. Gio Cinco not bashful in applying the contact there and stopping the clock with 1:57 to go. Catholic elects to foul, which was the smart move. You don't want to let too much time tick off that clock. But Garrett Mitchell knocks down the first free throw. He's got 16. There's John McComas. Will hop up to the scores table and sub out Jeff Reynolds. McComas, a slow first half, but has got him going in the second. 11 points scored in the ball game. A couple made three-pointers in the half. And the other free throw is up and good. Garrett Mitchell hits both of them. Now it's an 11-point deficit. The Irish in some serious hot water. Here comes Turner on the drive. Runner's good. Jay Allen Turner able to bank that one home. And now it's just a 9-point deficit. A quick trap in the corner as Derek Brooks wisely calls for the timeout. So 59-50 is the lead for Wyoming East. Charleston Catholic in need of some quick stops and some quick threes. They'll likely have to foul, however. And if you're Catholic, ideally you don't want to foul Tanner Witten or Garrett Mitchell. Both guys have been smooth from the free throw line tonight and are surely no strangers to these kinds of moments. Wyoming East only goes about 7 deep. We've seen Tanner Cook and Jacob Howard at times tonight, but for the most part, it's just been that starting 5 of Chandler Johnson, Tucker Cook, Cole Lambert, Mitchell, and Tanner Witten. And Charleston Catholic, no need to rush too much on the offensive end, but you're looking to get some space for your three-point shooters. Ferris Murad has had the hot hand in the second half. And all things considering, Wyoming East has done a good job tonight on the super sophomore Jay Allen Turner, especially in this second half. He's got 15, but has had to work for every bit of it. That'll be Tucker Cook inbounding as Allen Turner pressures the ball. Lambert flashes open right away. Great job getting open there. But Wyoming East's in some trouble. They're going to have to hurry. Long pass ahead to Witten. Nobody home on the other end, and he's got a wide open layup. Wyoming East cut it close there with the 10-second count. But Witten's able to slice wide open. And the Warriors looking good. Johnson thought he had a rejection on the other end, but he's whistled for a foul as he collides with the body of John McComas. Johnson all over the floor tonight. Has 3 blocks in the contest, almost had a 4th. Johnson can just elevate so effortlessly. And just gives him a big advantage with his size down low. So McComas now at the strike. Free throws up and no good. Should Wyoming East close this one out, they'll improve to 9-10 overall. McComas spins the ball. Free throws up. And strong off the back iron. Johnson gets it, but instantly a quick tie-up. He wrestles his way out of it. And now going the other way, finds Witten in transition. And another easy bucket underneath as Chandler Johnson just wills the ball up the floor. And muscles his way through the Catholic defense. Looked like he might have carried there on the break, but no call. Gio Cinco, desperation floater, no good. And another tie-up. Lambert is able to hang on to it, and that'll give it back to Wyoming East. So Charleston Catholic likely to call off the Dogs here as the Warriors try to salt things away. Tanner Witten, a 26-point performance. And the Warriors just did a great job on that fast break, didn't panic, passing it around in the front court, and then find a wide open Witten flashing open. That's Cole Lambert. He was able to knock that free throw down. Just 3 points, not a huge night in the stat sheet, but Lambert has done a great job controlling the tempo tonight and running the offense. Second free throw's up, he's got it. 65-50 the score. Inside a minute now to go. Here comes Catholic. In a tough spot, Alan Turner gives it back to Gio Cinco. Here's a three-pointer, Murad, not this time. Lambert gets the rebound. And they're going to say that he stepped on the baseline. Gives it right back to Charleston Catholic. 38.8 left on the clock. The inbound goes right to Jay Allen Turner. Fall-away jump shot, no good. And that'll give it right back to Wyoming East. Wyoming East executing really well tonight on both ends of the floor as Lambert is fouled trying to jog it up the floor. Despite the 15-point deficit, we'll stay here a little longer. Catholic, a promising young roster. They've got a lot to build off of for some time to come. With a couple underclassmen in the starting lineup, Gio Cinco, as well as Alan Turner, Max Wilcox, and Jeff Reynolds. Lambert gets the shooter's touch and makes that one, but despite the growing pains this season, this will be an Irish program. It's going to be good to go for the next couple years. Free throws up and good. Lambert has another one. Catholic back to work on the offensive end. Far side corner, Alan Turner picks up his dribble now, yo-yos it over to Wilcox. Back to McComas, who tries a three-pointer. Strong off the back iron, Murad gets the board. Now cross court, Gio Cinco and up fake now on the drive. Gets the runner in the lane. Another bucket for Cinco. He's got 8 points in the ball game now. Baseball pass all the way ahead to Witten. He'll slam it home. Much to the avail of the Wyoming East fans. They'll chalk it up as a victory, a 69-52 final score. The Warriors knock off the Irish. We are back with some quick post-game coverage on Video Productions.
Here for you, Thornhill GM Superstore. Expect the best. Get even more with our new Thornhill Value Plus warranty. 10 years, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty on most all vehicles. Get in on all the savings. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and ThornhillGMSuperstore.com.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we're back at the Charleston Catholic Athletic Center. It's a win for the Wyoming East Warriors. They knock off the Irish 69-52 behind another spectacular performance from Tanner Witten. Witten with 28 points tonight and coming through in a big way in that second half. 17 points coming out of the break, and he really used his size to get to the low block a lot, score in transition and underneath on the offensive end. And then Garrett Mitchell was a great compliment tonight with 15 points. Able to slice through the lane and knock down some big free throws in some key moments. And Mitchell just has such a soft touch from the mid-range. We saw him go there early and often tonight. And then Tucker Cook, another key performer for the Warriors tonight. He had 14 and gave them a big kick from downtown. 4 made three-pointers in this ball game from Cook as the Warriors improved to 9-10 overall. Charleston Catholic with 15 points from J. Allen Turner. Turner, it was tough sledding for him in that second half. Had 10 at the break, and then Wyoming East did a good job cutting off his penetration for the majority of the game. Ferris Murad came on late with 14 points. The senior tried to will the squad to the late comeback, but unfortunately it wasn't enough for the Irish, who fall to 5-11 overall. Next up for Charleston Catholic will be a road matchup versus Wheeling Central on the 19th, and Wyoming East will be back in action tomorrow night. A quick turnaround versus region foe Chapmanville at home at 7 o'clock. A big thanks to everybody on the video productions crew tonight, as we were glad to bring you coverage of Charleston Catholic basketball. Signing off now, Michael Sussman. I hope you have a wonderful evening.
evening, everyone, and welcome into the home of the defending Class A state champion Man Hillbillies, where tonight at 16-2, the Hillbillies take on the 14-6 Sherman Tide in a matchup that we could possibly see in the sectional tournament in just a couple of weeks. Chris Kidd here with you this evening. Butch Mounts, our engineer, with us next to me. Booth Davis, our camera operator for tonight's broadcast. As both these teams come in here red hot, man, winners of 11 in a row, including that thriller on Tuesday night that we were here for against the Tug Valley Panthers, 46-40, where Tug Valley came back several times in that contest in order to make things close down to the end, a 2-point game with under a minute to go before Mann was able to put it away at the free throw line. And Sherman coming in here winners of 6 straight against teams like Gilmer County, Midland Trail, Riverview, Wahama, a team that they lost to earlier this year, and Montcalm, along with a 68-30 win over Meadowbridge on Tuesday night. So again, the Sherman team has been very solid this year. The biggest issue that they've had trouble defeating the top 2 teams in this section. And again, top 2 teams in the section are the only ones that have a chance to go and play for a state tournament berth later on in the regionals. And Sherman has to try and find a way to crack through that barrier against either Tug Valley or Mann. Tug Valley's already defeated them twice this season, losing to Tug Valley 75-62 on one occasion. The only meeting between them and the Hillbillies this year over in Sherman, the Hillbillies controlled the action and won 84-59 in order to secure their first victory over Sherman. Now looking for the season sweep over the Tide here tonight. But this is a Sherman team that is very senior laden, very experienced, and going to try and find a way to pull off the upset here tonight. Mann was the team that also ended Sherman's season last year in the sectional quarterfinals as they routed them over at Willie Acres Arena in order to move on, and eventually they would lose that section, would Mann, but then go on to win the regional and the state tournament just a couple of weeks later. And one interesting aspect we're going to have here tonight, there is no operating scoreboard here at Mann, West Virginia, so this is going to be very old school type of throwback broadcast in some ways. Again, they do have a small clock operating over at the scores table, which is very difficult for us to see from our angle. We do have Orlando Washington up on the stage, however, with a little scoreboard of his own where he's going to be flipping it by hand as the evening goes along. So this is going to be interesting to try and keep up throughout here tonight. We do have an opportunity, though, with Booth Davis as timeouts occur and so forth, where he will try and pan down and give you a look at the clock that is beneath him. So it will be a little bit more difficult to call out time here in this broadcast as the scoreboards above the rim's just not operating here this evening. So we will do our very best to keep you abreast of what the time and score is as the evening goes along. And hopefully Mr. Washington right over here to the left of me, I'll be able to do so much easier this season. And again, you hear the roar go up for the introduction of Mann and Sherman as they get started. It'll be Sherman to be introduced first as we'll roll through the starting lineups as they are called here. Dalton Rollo, really the most dynamic player in this starting lineup for the Sherman Tide. A.J. Skeens also in the starting lineup here for the Tide this evening. Your Logan Green's name being called out as well for the Sherman Tide. And Andrew Simpson as well. Weren't able to make out the second name. It was either Jacob Welch or Cameron Caldwell, so we'll be able to get a better look at that once the game gets started. But now the lights go out here at Mann High School as new little wrinkle into the state champions repertoire here is having this light show that we've seen at Logan, we've seen at Chapmanville. Now we see it at Mann, and they did a fantastic job with it the other night whenever we were here for Mann and Tug Valley. So we get to see it ready to roll one more time as a starting lineup for the Mann Hillbillies. Doesn't appear things are going to change much for them, as it'll be 6'5" senior Jeremiah Harless, who has just been a double-double machine as of late, as he has 10 consecutive double-doubles on the season. Then you have senior Trey Brown in the starting lineup, followed by senior Aiden Martin. Then you have 6'4" senior Caleb Blevins, not again sure of his injury status after the other night. Again, he had that right hand heavily taped and was having issues getting his shot off against Tug Valley. Only had 3 points in that contest, did Blevins. So hopefully he's feeling a little better tonight, but again, we'll try and see how things transpire this evening for Blevins, who is without a doubt one of the scorers on this team that the Hillbillies will have to have moving forward if they want to repeat as state champions. Then also you have 6-foot junior Jordan Adams to round out the starting lineup for the Man Hillbillies, as Man coming in averaging 73.9 points per game on the season. Sherman averaging 68.5 points per game. Man's defense has been outstanding, only 50.3 points per game allowed. Sherman just as strong in a lot of ways, just giving up 54.9 points per game on the year. And first time these two teams met, as we said, it was a 25-point win for the Man Hillbillies. In that contest, they hit 10 three-pointers, which they've been apt to do throughout the year. So if Sherman's wanting to hang tight in this game, they're going to have to find a way to slow down that outside shooting and the offensive rebounding of this Man Hillbilly club, which has really been how they've made their bread this season with Jeremiah Harless and company, as we are getting set now for the national anthem here from Man High School. And as they get ready to play the national anthem, we're going to step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, it'll be time for the tip-off here between the Man Hillbillies and the Sherman Tide, as you are watching Man Hillbilly basketball action with us right here live on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
At Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, we have a huge menu offering home-cooked dinners, hamburgers, tacos, hot dogs, pizza, Philly steaks, and desserts, including, of course, ice cream. Ask about our weekly home-cooked dinners. We have an everyday hot dog special, 6 hot dogs for $5.99, or $5 14-inch large grab-and-go pizzas made from our fresh homemade dough. So visit Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, located beside the old IGA in Chapmanville, just off the Crawley Creek exit of 119.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd here with you, with Butch Mounts, our engineer, and Booth Davis, our camera operator for tonight's broadcast, as we are set to go here from Man High School as the regular season rolling to a close here. Next week will be the last week of the regular season for the boys. Girls enjoying that this week before sectionals begin next week for them. So it really has been a quick and wild roller coaster as we are getting close to beginning the road to Charleston for all these teams, and these two clubs could be meeting up yet again as the season comes to an end, as Jacob Welch will be the other starter in the lineup for the Sherman Tide here this evening, as it'll be Harless and Rollo to jump it up in the center circle. We're glad you're with us here tonight on Video Productions as Man controls the tip. They'll be going left to right across your screen with Sherman right to left as Aiden Martin attacks quickly, misses a little floater in the lane, and rebounded by Rollo. So we'll get it up ahead quickly. Simpson gets it back out front. Now they swing it far side. Back out front for Simpson. Now near side here for Skeens. This man coming out looks like a 3-2 look early on for the Hillbillies. It's back over near side for Skeens, trapped initially. Now they get it back out front for Simpson. They'll swing it around to Rollo. Now over far side for Green as he tries to penetrate in. Back out to Simpson. And these are really a lot of the same players that Sherman had last year. As a steal by Martin. Drives in left side, draws the foul, count it, and one. Aiden Martin had a monster game the first time against this Sherman club. Had 27 points and 13 rebounds in order to lead the Man Hillbillies in that game. Had 11 points the other night against Tug Valley. He's averaging 15.1 points on the season as Martin unable to hit on the free throw, however. Rebounded by Rollo. He looks inside quickly, but there's Harless who tips it away and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tide. Again, we can't say enough about the defense that Jeremiah Harless has played as of late and how big he's been on the board for the Man Hillbillies. It's 2-0 Man, early stages of the first quarter. Simpson gets into the paint, loses it, and throws it away as Blevins with it, trying to dribble with that hand that's been hurt. He'll pull up for three from the right wing, over the rim, no good. Rebounded on the back end by Green as he looks to throw it up ahead, and it slipped out of his hands and nearly went in the basket as it hit the front of the rim. Rebounded by Harless, gets it over for Brown. Deadly three-point shooter, this time though off the front of the rim, rebounded by Sherman. And again, we don't have an operating scoreboard here at Man this evening. If you're wondering where the time is right now, we're unable to give it to you because the scoreboard not operating here. So they're doing things with a very small scoreboard over on the scorer's table. So we'll try our best to get a look at it as the evening goes along. As Green lost it off his hands again and out of bounds. So that's the second time now Logan Green in just 2 possessions has had the ball slip out of his hands and go by the wayside. And now Sherman's going to want a quick 30-second timeout here as they haven't got a shot on the rim yet, unless you want to count the missed opportunity there on that pass attempt by Green a moment ago where the ball just fell out of his hands. And so we'll keep things here with it just being a 30-second timeout and Man leading it 2-0 here in the first. Well, just a reminder, everyone, as we get it up on our screen here. Again, we have this game brought to you in part by DLH Drug and Alcohol Testing, who is proud to support Aiden Martin and the Man Hillbillies. DLH Drug and Alcohol Testing is your key to providing a drug-free workplace. We appreciate everything DLH doing, and again, proud sponsors of Aiden Martin and the Man Hillbillies here this evening. So now out of the timeout, 2-0, Man leads it. Oh. They get it over far side. And again, we were just about 2 minutes into the first quarter here as Booth Davis sitting us about 6:19 left in the first, and now we get a travel out front on the Hillbillies. We'll give it back over to Sherman, and now we'll see if Sherman's able to get an offensive set rolling here. As we said, it's been all turnovers thus far for the Tide to begin this contest. So get it over far side for Skeens, now back over near side for Rollo. Now back over for Green. They swing it around quickly to Rollo, who tries to penetrate in, puts up a little right-handed floater, and that's good for Rollo. First bucket of the game for the Tide. We're all even at 2 apiece. And again, Rollo can get going in a hurry as well. We've seen that in a couple of games we've done with Sherman over the last 2 years. As Adams able to penetrate in, looks to answer back with a floater of his own, no good, but there's Harless on the boards. And just as usual, Jeremiah Harless with an offensive rebound and a putback, averaging 13.4 points per game, 14.6 rebounds per game. Had 18 the other night against Tug Valley, did Harless. Only had 3 in the first meeting against Sherman. Didn't seem like he had a ton of playing time in that contest as Rollo, big take to the rim, unable to finish, however, and rebound taken away by Martin. As he races up the left side, gives it over for Brown. 3 from the left side, off the side of the rim, no good. Rebounded on the weak side, though, by Adams. Kicks it back out to Blevins, straight on 3 off the front of the rim. And that ball's going to careen out of bounds and back over to Sherman. And again, if you get a good look at it with Blevins, he's got the blue wristband as well. As you take a look here at our instant replay, the offensive rebound by Harless and the putback. Again, that's been a very familiar story for him over the last couple of weeks, as that's our all-state instant replay. But you also notice for Blevins has his fourth finger and pinky finger taped together, so making it very difficult for him to grip the ball. As underneath Welch got it underneath. Looked like he may have had it knocked away initially, but apparently the official said no, and they're going to call him for an up and down. And Sherman arguing that the ball was deflected, which could have given Welch another opportunity, but instead, man will take possession. Again, zone defense here for the Tide. They try and force it into Harless, and it's knocked away. Nice job by Welch on the defensive end as they get it up ahead left side, and a rejection on Simpson as Adams able to come in and swat it away to prevent the layup, as we see here in our Thornhill Auto Group instant replay. And Simpson getting it, but you see Adams lining him up almost immediately and able to swat it away with the right hand. Rollo with the ball, 4-2, man leads it into the left corner. Back out top for Rollo. He'll go inside, back into the left corner. Three on the way, no good. It was on line, but short for Skeens. Rebound knocked out of bounds and looked like last touch by Aiden Martin. So it'll stay here for the Tide. Skeens looks to get it in, throws it in for Green on the left corner. Back out front for Simpson. Gets it back over for Skeens. Drives by Blevins, but Blevins gets a hand on it and knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Sherman. And right now, man doing a great job contesting everything and not allowing anything to be easy right now for the Tide. That's Rollo. Looks to drive in. Back out front. Adams got a hand on the ball, but able to control it is Simpson. Back up top. Skeens gets a clean look for three straight on, but off the back iron, no good. Rebound knocked around, and Martin able to take it away. Martin up the left side. Cut off. Nice crossover that time over to Blevins. He'll try his third three of the game. This one short. Rebounded underneath by Skeens. Up ahead for Green. Sherman trying to attack before man can get back on defense, but man able to get in position. As Rollo gets it over far side for Skeens. Back over near side Simpson, now to Green in the left corner. Sherman waiting patiently here, doing a good job of that thus far in this game, not trying to force a whole lot, but man still able to get the turnovers in the early going as Welch tries to go up, and he's rejected by Harless. Up ahead, Martin gets behind the defense, pump fakes on Skeens, goes up, and he's rejected from behind and taken away by Sherman. What defense by the Tide that time? So both sides coming out strong on the defensive end here in the early going, much like we saw man in Tug Valley the other night. Skeens into the paint, floater on the way, too strong as he tried to bank it in. Rebound taken away by the Hillbillies. Adams will bring it up the center of the floor, still 4-2 man. Brown looking to change that, but his three is short. Rebound tipped out long, taken by Green, trying to control the dribble and finally does. So across the timeline, into the corner, Skeens fakes, back out front for Green. Simpson will reset now over to Rollo. Rollo's drawing a couple of people on him almost every time he gets it. Dangerous pass cross court. Harless got his hands on it, but couldn't control it. And that right there was a mistake by Sherman. Again, Skeens got himself into a little bit of trouble that time. Tried to heave it cross court and was fortunate that wasn't stolen and taken away for an easy two. As it looks like we're down to about 2:17 to go here in the first quarter right now. With the score still 4-2. Rollo three from the left wing off the back iron, rebounded by Blevins. Blevins will bring it across over for Adams. Adams back to Blevins. Drives in baseline, puts up a left-handed hook, and there it is again. That's his good hand right now, is the left hand. He really needs that right one to be able to fill it out with his set shot, but that was a great adjustment by Blevins that time in order to go to the left to get his first two. He had 13 points against Sherman the first time around, averaging 19.6 points this season is Blevins as Simpson's three. Off the front iron, no good, taken away. Man looking to run, Martin into the middle, drives all the way in, and Aiden Martin able to convert. His fourth point of the game, and man now has leaked out to an 8-2 lead. They get it over right side, back up top for Green. Green into the corner now as Cameron Caldwell is checked into the game. Caldwell stripped, though, from behind, taken away. Here comes Martin. Able to, nice job shielding his body in order to keep Green from getting close to him. And Martin able to lay it in. Got a little bit of that bump there in order to prevent him from catching up to him. So a quick 6-0 spurt here for man. Underneath, Welch gets it, but he's going to get tied up as Harless gets his hands in on it and able to tie him up, but the possessioner will stay here with Sherman. We are getting down to the final stages here of the first quarter. I believe we're under a minute to play now in the first. Again, if you're just joining us, no running scoreboard here tonight in Man, West Virginia. They've had issues with it today, so they're having to run a smaller clock on it. As we go is Rollo, 3 from the right wing. Sherman unable to find the range at all here in the first quarter. Now a chance for Man to take a double-digit lead on this trip as Blevins in the air. Over to Brown in the left corner, had to catch and fire as he was going out of bounds, and it's saved by Green. Up ahead, Rollo underneath has Welch. Nice grab by him, tries to go up, but Martin got a piece of it. Once again, Man with a rejection. Up ahead, Adams, great look for Harless. Tried to go up for the dunk, but was fouled on the play. And that'll send Harless to the free throw line. And they will say it's going to be 2 here for Harless. As we take a look at it here on our instant replay. And there you saw at the last second the foul as Harless came streaming in. As we're down to 26 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Harless, first free throw up and good. So the senior, 1 for 1 from the line. Man, in the first meeting against Sherman was 8 of 11 from the free throw line overall. Second free, 12-2 Man lead here, and that another pass that was contested as Adams got his hands on it, and it falls out of bounds, stays with Sherman. So get it over for Green. He'll step into a 3 and banks it in, and boy, that hopefully for Sherman fans will change their luck. Closes the gap to 12-5. Final seconds of the first quarter. Martin drives all the way in and converts again. He's got 8 points here in the first quarter. Sherman going to try and get a shot off of the horn. Simpson off the mark, no good. And that'll do it for the first 8 minutes of play as Man leads Sherman, I should say, 14-5 at the end of 1. We'll be back in 60 seconds as you're watching Man Hillbilly basketball action with us right here on Video Productions.
Go places, the all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville, takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
14-5, Man leads it as we get ready to start quarter number 2 here from Man, West Virginia. Chris Kidd with you. Butch Mounts, our engineer for tonight's broadcast, and Booth Davis, our camera operator, here this evening as well. And again, Man able to get a lot of turnovers in the first quarter, able to leak out for some easy scores. Aiden Martin being the catalyst for most of that with 8 points in the first quarter. Sherman really struggling from the field, but able to get a bank-in three-pointer near the end of the first quarter. However, it's Jeremiah Harless on the left block getting good position, and he'll lay it in for his 6th point of the game. Again, Man just slowly but surely creeping away from Sherman. Already in this contest, again, an 84-59 win over Sherman back in December. Right now, Sherman trying to find some offense to hang tight here as Rollo catches it off a deflected pass and able to put in that right-handed hook once again. So 16-7, Man leads it. Adams driving in, tough angle, and able to get it on the double pump as Jordan Adams with his first bucket of the game. He had 6 points in the first meeting against Sherman. Caldwell out top, gives it to Simpson, now to Rollo near side. Rollo back out to Simpson. Again, 18-7, Man leads it here early parts of the second quarter. Man trying to extend this zone defense even further out right now as Rollo catches over on the right side. Now nearer side coming to Green on the left corner. He'll lob it back out for Simpson. Now over for Caldwell, back out front. Green gets it into the middle. This is where they want it with Rollo. Tried to get Harless in the air, but Harless stayed still, and Rollo can't convert on the bank shot. Rebound taken away by the Hillbillies. Now to Blevins. He'll stop. Pops a three from the right side. In and out, no good. But that was the best looking three he's probably gotten off in the last 2 games. That one was online, just rattled out on him. And trying to get adjusted to having that little brace on his hand. And another nice floater in the lane by Rollo. He's got 6 points now. 18-9 in favor of the Hillbillies here early in the second quarter. Adams across midcourt. Gets a screen from Martin over to his right. Got caught in midair, but able to find the tall Blevins as he drives baseline. Jumper short, rebounded underneath by Welch. As here comes Green pushing the other way. Able to get into the paint, drives in, but there's man again with the quick hands on defense. So many times already in this game, they've either had deflections or blocks against this Sherman club as Harless misses on the first attempt, but another offensive rebound for him and puts it in on the left side for his 8th point. But it's really been the busy hands of the Man Hillbillies so far that have helped lead to this 11-point lead as three-pointer missed by Simpson. Taken away, Harless up ahead. Laser pass over to Brown, found him looking for his first points, and there they are. Trey Brown averaging 13.6 points per game, had 7 the other night against Tug Valley, had 14 points in the first game against Sherman. So 22-9 now, Man leads it. Rollo, there's that little right-handed shot again, won't fall this time. Welch gets the rebound, one of the few offensive rebounds for Sherman thus far tonight. As they get it over to Caldwell, he'll jack up a deep shot, and that'll be a 3 for him. Cameron Caldwell into the scorebook for the first time, and the lead down to 10. Adams up top for Blevins. Now back over to Adams, looking down low, able to find Harless. He's deep on the right baseline, back out. Blevins, this three's going to be well off the mark, no good. And he turned around and looked at the bench and said something that time, very calmly. And I don't know if it was my bad or I didn't have that one, but he wanted to let his teammates and his coach, his dad, know that that wasn't the best shot possibly, as Rollo able to get inside and draw a foul. We'll see if they call this a shooting foul or not. It appears they will, and now Sherman going to go over and confer with their bench right now as Rollo attempts his first free throw. This will be the first free throw attempts of the evening for the Sherman Tide. So we have 4:23 left before halftime. Rollo's first free throw up and good. So he's got 7 points now for the game. Sherman just hanging around at the moment. Again, it's 22-13 in favor of Man. Second free throw for Rollo up. This one good as well. So despite the barrage they faced and struggles they've had on offense, Sherman, this senior-laden club, finding a way to hang in there right now. As they get it over for Brown. Back out top for Adams. Now to Martin. 3 from the wing. That one's off the mark. Rebounded, though, by Harless. Kind of jump shot, put it back up. No good, but gets it back and tries the right side, and there it is again. And right now could very well be on his path to his 11th straight double-double. Nice drive by Skeens, but runs towards Harless. Can't convert, but there's Caldwell crashing the offensive glass and puts it back in. 24-16 now, Man leads it. It's Adams on the right wing. Kicks it over for Martin on the left side. Now to Brown in the left corner, trying to get it down low. Nice look as Harless able to make the grab. Rollo went for the steal and came up empty, and Harless able to convert. He's got 12 points now. 26-16. Man leads a dangerous pass, and there's Martin once again in the lane. Drives into the middle. Man falls down. Let's see what we get here. And looks like it's going to be a charging call, and it is against Aiden Martin. We'll take a look at it here in our Thornhill Auto Group instant replay. Again, drove into the center, and then right there, it looked like Simpson was able to get there in a bang-bang call. Could have probably gone either way, but Simpson was able to somehow reassert his position. Good job by him as Rollo drives all the way in. Wow, what a layup by Rollo. That ball was up above his head, trying to get it off, and somehow had enough spin on it to get it to fall. He's got 8 this quarter and 10 for the game. 26-18 now. As we get a whistle in the corner, and this is going to go over to Sherman as we take a look here at the layup by Rollo a minute ago. Again, look at how tough that was. Again, he was twisting around and had to go to a reverse layup attempt at a very awkward angle and was still able to get it to fall. And a lot of athleticism there from Dalton Rollo as Martin picks up another foul quickly, so he'll go to the bench here as James Seitz will check into the game, and he was really one of the big heroes the other night against Tug Valley in that contest. As they get it over into the corner for Green. He's cut off, looking, trying to find some help as Isaac Johnson into the game for Sherman right now as Rollo drives baseline and going to get a palming call on Rollo, so you don't see that very often, but a palming call will give it back over to man. As we're down to 2:48 to go here in the first half. An 8-point man lead at 26-18. Again, man coming in at 16-2, Sherman coming in at 14-6. And I would imagine Sherman looking at possibly being that 3 seed in the sectional tournament next week, with man being 1, Tug Valley 2, as Adams 3 off the mark. Tried to go in for a tie-up call. Not certain of what the whistle was, but it looks like it's going to be a foul here on Adams. Again, TJ Blevins was right where the official was in our line of sight that time. Not his fault, obviously. It was just tough to see the official from where the angle was, but they're going to get the foul on Adams. They get it into the corner. Nice look inside for Green. Nice bounce pass over for Schemes, and he'll lay it in. That's his first bucket of the game. And Sherman has fought their way back, trailing by double digits, now down by only 6. There's a foul here on Sherman. As we see on our Thornhill Auto Group instant replay, again, great look and able to find Schemes on the left side for that lay-in. And Seitz will inbound from the far side, gets it into Adams. It's Jacob Walls into the game for the Hillbillies. He's the one checking in as well in favor of Martin and Blevins right now. Seitz back up top for Adams. Again, waiting for everyone to get in position. Now over to Brown into the center for Harless. He's been big this quarter. This jumper short, but able to tip it back. Man, he is so quick with his hands. And it doesn't look like he's in position to get these rebounds, but he just reads the ball off the rim so well as Seitz in the corner. 3 well off the mark, no good. Rebound comes down to Schemes. Able to break a couple of dribblers down there that time, or defenders down that time, in order to get by. Gets it over for Caldwell. Now to Green on the baseline. He looks to dribble back out in a tough spot, but gets it near side for Johnson. He'll dribble in, kicks it out, now to Rollo in the left corner. Good recovery by the Hillbillies on defense. Rollo drives baseline. Looked like he kept himself in bounds that time, but now they're going to call him for a double dribble. So that'll give it back over to man now, leading by 6. So we are closing in on the late stages of the first half, and again at halftime, there will be a ceremony honoring the 1990 Class AA runner-up man Hillbillies. Again, they were the closest to get a state title in basketball for man until last season, when the Hillbillies were able to complete that task, beating Pendleton County in the state finals. So it'll be nice to see these guys coming out after it's been 32 years since they made the state finals. And now there's a hold called against Sherman. They'll get it into Brown here as he crosses midcourt. Still zone defense for the Tide as Seitz back out to Brown. He'll take a contested 3 in front of Green and connects on it. And Green was able to get out on him, but Brown pulled the trigger anyway and able to knock it down. That's a big 3, pushes the lead back to 9 for the Hillbillies. Rollo takes a look back at the clock. So we're down to 30 seconds to go now in the first half. Back over for Green, now to Caldwell. Sherman trying to hold for the final shot here with 22 seconds to go. Thankfully, the scoreboard operator turned it towards us. Now Caldwell takes a 3 from the left corner, no good. Rebounded by Harless, and he's going to be fouled by Green. As Green tried to reach in and take the ball back. As you see here on our All-State instant replay, the 3-pointer by Trey Brown. Right in front of Green a moment ago. As Simpson will check back into the game here. Green will go to the bench. He's picked up a couple of fouls now. So 13 seconds man has, as Adams will let it roll a couple of dribbles. Now picks it up. Across the timeline with under 10 seconds. Now out to Brown. He'll try another 3. This one off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Over to Simpson, trying to find an angle here, but it looks like he's just going to dribble out the half, and he will. So man causing havoc on the defensive end the entire first half. but unable to put Sherman away in the first 16 minutes as the Tide able to hang in and only trail at 29-20 here at the half. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll run through all of your stats here in the first half, as well as roll through some of the 1989-1990 club for the Man Hillbillies that are going to be honored here at the half for making their state tournament run all the way to the finals 32 years ago. You're watching Man Hillbilly basketball action with us right here live on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville, takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
You want it? Click it.
Reserve it and drive it.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
That's right. Getting your new vehicle just got easier.
Visit any of our 6 locations and get a personalized experience in preferencing your next new vehicle.
Tag one of our pre-built invoices. Or let's customize your exact features with our easy built-to-order process.
All we have to offer with shopping ease at ThornhillAutomotive.com.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd here with you with Butch Mounts, our engineer, and Booth Davis, our camera operator, here tonight from Man, West Virginia, as they just finished celebrating the 1990 state runner-up ball club for the Man Hillbillies. Let's just run through some of that with you here. Again, that team went 17-10 that season, kind of made a Cinderella run to the state championship that season. In the sectional, they knocked off Oceana in a tight game, 95-89. Then in the sectional final, were able to defeat Baileysville, who has since folded as a school, 76-68. And then in the Region 6 tournament, came out and knocked off Big Creek, 86-69, in order to advance to the state tournament that year. In the quarterfinals of the state tournament, ran into an old foe with the Tulsa Rebels, and Man was able to win a run-and-gun shootout, 91-84 in that contest. Then in the state semifinals, able to outlast Midland Trail, 86-80, before running into Willing Central in the state finals, and Willing Central just too much for that upstart Man Hillbilly club that year, winning 94-68. But it was a dream season for the Man Hillbillies that year, almost completing the unthinkable at the time. Again, you look at it, going in and winning 5 straight tournament games in order to get to that state final. They were 12-9 going into tournament play that year in order to make that finish. So again, that was incredible job by Kelly Poston's club that year, the head coach of the Man Hillbillies at the time. Charlie Adkins and Bruce Wasserman were the assistant coaches. Players for the Man Hillbillies were Jeff Hurley, Paul Stepp, Todd Keffer, Eric West, Chris White, Brad Copeland, Mark Brumfield, Leroy Sharp, Alan Flowers, Gary Wilson, Mike Christian, and Chris Preston. So again, congratulations to those gentlemen again. And again, so glad so many of them were able to be here this evening, along with a lot of the cheerleaders who were on that 1990 club for the Man Hillbillies, again getting to the state semifinals and nearly winning the AA state championship that season. Let's take a look now at the first half statistics on both sides for Man and Sherman. As for Sherman in the first half, they were led by Dalton Rollo with 10 points. Then you had Cameron Caldwell with 5 points off the bench, Logan Green with 3 points, and A.J. Skeens with 2 points to round out the scoring for the Tide here in the first half. On the other side for the Hillbillies, it was Jeremiah Harless leading the way as he finished the first half with 12 points, had 8 of those in the second quarter. Then you had Aiden Martin with 8 points. He had all of his in the first quarter. Then you had Trey Brown with 5 points, Caleb Blevins with 2, and Jordan Adams with 2 points as well. Not a lot of fouls and not a lot of free throw shooting in the first half, as Sherman 2 of 2 from the free throw line, Man 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And outside shooting, not been big either thus far in this game. Again, Man hit 10 three-pointers in the first game between these two ball clubs. They've only hit 1 thus far here tonight. Sherman, on the other side, has made only 2 three-pointers in this contest, but it has all led to a Man 29-20 lead here at the half. As we've got just under 5 minutes to go before the start of quarter number 3. We'll step aside for a break, and when we come back, it'll be time for the third quarter here from Man, West Virginia, as you're listening to and watching Man Hillbilly basketball action with us right here live on Video Productions.
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital, now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville. Takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home, with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Community strong. We are Thornhill Ford Lincoln, your hometown dealer located on 119 near Chapmanville. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, support, and savings on your next vehicle. Don't miss out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and thornhillford.net. Built for America, built Ford proud. Thornhill Ford Lincoln is proud to offer you our all-new Thornhill Value Plus warranty, giving you 10 years, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty on most all vehicles. Get going. The road to total savings starts with Thornhill.
29-20, Man leads Sherman, here at the half. Chris Kidd with you, with Butch Mounts, our engineer, and Booth Davis, our camera operator, for today's contest. And we'd just like to thank DLH Drug and Alcohol Testing. Again, they are a proud supporter of Aiden Martin and the Man Hillbillies, and DLH Drug and Alcohol Testing is your key to providing a drug-free workplace here in Man, West Virginia. So again, thank you to DLH Drug and Alcohol Testing for all you do here in our county. As Man finishing their warm-ups here on the floor. Notice that Caleb Blevins has the wrap off of his hand, still has his fourth finger and pinky finger taped together as they come out here for the second half, trying to see if maybe that'll loosen that up a little bit after he's had some struggles in the last two games. Again, only 3 points against Tug Valley the other night, has 2 thus far tonight. Again, it's nothing that's under his control. He can't help that he has the injury, but he's only 18 points away from the 1,000-point mark for his career and would obviously love to complete that task at home in front of his fans, as they will host Van tomorrow night, will the Hillbillies, and that was a game that Man won handily, 108-45. The first time around this season. Sherman will actually be at Midland Trail next Tuesday. before they get ready for tournament play. But again, Blevins so close to that 1,000-point mark. An unfortunate time to come down with that injury on his hand, but hopefully he'll be okay and be able to persevere and reach that total. As Sherman will have the ball to start quarter number 3. Man leading at 29-20. And again, if you're just joining us, we don't have a working scoreboard here in Man tonight. So they have a little mini scoreboard they're running over at the scorer's table as jumper by Simpson, no good. They get it back to Rollo, his little floater, no good. And rebound taken away by Man. Up ahead to Blevins, tough grab as it gets over his head and into the cheerleaders and out of bounds back over to Sherman. And again, with that hand injury, I don't know if Blevins could have been able to get up and get that anyway. The pass was so tall, but obviously he went up with his left hand to try and snag it. Didn't want to try and go up and hurt that right hand even worse by getting it with 2 hands. But again, we will try and keep you updated on the time as you unfortunately see the score with us here this evening. But they do have the small little clock working over at the scores table as pass is deflected, stolen by Harless and able to save it. Up ahead, Martin tried to go behind the back, and that'll be a turnover. And quickly, TJ Blevins gets Jacob Walls off the bench after that moment as wraparound layup attempt won't go. They get it to Caldwell in the left corner. His 3 won't fall. Harless so good on the offensive glass again, able to tip that ball around and does it on the defensive glass as well this time. As Adams penetrates into the lane, gets it to Martin down to the left corner. Adams 3 on the way with Caldwell flying at him, won't fall. Martin trying to fight for the offensive rebound, but Skeen's able to control it. Martin trying to tip it away from behind, and he's going to pick up his 3rd foul now. So he will go to the bench here. TJ Blevins just going to have a little talk with him again and say it's more for the behind the back pass than the foul at this point. Trying to get the easy 2 again. I figure you got a little bit more of a tolerance for it whenever you're up by 20 or so in a game, but whenever it's still a single-digit contest, you definitely want to try and make the play and get the points in that situation. As Rollo in the right corner gets it out to Simpson, now back over for Caldwell. Nice pass into Logan Green, who puts up a floater, but it rolls off. Rebound taken away by Harless. And again, little floaters like that get disrupted so much by Harless's presence sometimes, not even with him going up and contesting the ball, but just him being in the area. That's a good look underneath for Walls, but he can't finish the layup. And once again, there's Harless able to get the offensive glass. He calls for the ball back in the left corner. Splits a couple defenders, turnaround jumper on the way, and he connects. Jeremiah Harless just continuing to put this team on his back in so many big situations as he pushes the lead back out to 11 now for the Hillbillies. Again, early stages of the 3rd quarter here from Mayhem, West Virginia. As they get it over into the corner for Caldwell, he'll dump it down, baseline jumper on the way, and that'll fall for Logan Green. And that's been kind of the story all evening long. Man looked like they might run away with it, then all of a sudden, here comes Sherman just clinging back and staying close as they go inside for Harless. A little turnaround shot in the paint, won't fall. Rebound taken away by Sherman. So now here they come into the front court. Rollo can't get the drive to finish off for him as he gets it up ahead. Now does Harless for Adams. Adams trying to survey the area. Now he'll take a deep jumper off the mark, no good. Walls gets the rebound, and Green comes down on him and commits the foul, and Green letting him know didn't mean to come down so hard on that foul, and Walls was fine with it. As here's our Thornhill Auto Group instant replay as you see the miss from Adams, but the rebound falling right into the hands of Walls. And good job with a little bit of a fake that time in order to get him in the air and draw the foul. 4:54 left here in the 3rd quarter as Walls able to knock down the first free throw. Back to a 10-point lead now for the Hillbillies as Walls gets his first point. He had 2 the other night against Tug Valley, had 10 in the first meeting against Sherman, but misses on the second. So 32-22, Man leads it. Caldwell over for Simpson on the left side. Now gives a baseline, driving layup is swatted away, and Harless, we talked about it just a moment ago, his presence underneath is so hard to try and get anything going to the basket, and he disrupts shots even whenever they're not contested by him. But that time they came into his area and he made sure they found another zip code. Officials stopping play here momentarily. I'm not sure what the issue was, but it appears to be solved now. They'll inbound it into the corner for Rollo, swing it around the top of the key, now over for Caldwell as he gets it into the right corner. Three on the way for Skeens, and he's able to hit. So Skeens knocks down a three. He's got 5 points now, 32-25 in favor of Man. As Martin up top for Adams, now for Harless. Harless goes for Walls, now to Martin, back up top. Drive, kicks it out. Blevins, here's three on the way. On line, but just a little short. Rebounded by Adams. Gets it back to Harless. Harless dribbles in, kicks it off for Walls. His layup will fall. Assist from Harless. Layup by Walls with the lead back up to 9 at 34-25. And now pass knocked away in the corner. It'll stay with Sherman. We are down to 3:44 remaining here in the third quarter. 9-point lead for the Hillbillies. As Rollo, jumper on the way, short from three, but rebounded in the right corner. Jumper missed by Johnson and taken away by Man. So here comes Adams up the right side. Gets it into the middle for Harless. Harless fakes, fade away up, and Harless converts again. He's now got 16 points. So now an 11-point lead for Man again as Skeens able to get by Adams into the left corner. Tough pass back up top. Johnson able to grab it. He's going to heave a three, and he buries it. As that three brought rain from Isaac Johnson. And able to connect, and a timeout from Sherman here. And it looks to be a full timeout, so we'll take it as well with under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Man leads Sherman 36-28 as you're listening to and watching Man Hillbilly basketball action right here on Video Productions.
Be strong. We are Thornhill Ford Lincoln, your hometown dealer located on 119 near Chapmanville. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, support, and savings on your next vehicle. Don't miss out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and thornhillford.net.
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital. Now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
36-28, Man leading Sherman. 3:08 to go in the third quarter. Chris Kidd with you, Butch Mounts our engineer, Booth Davis our camera operator. For tonight's contest, Blevins, what a find to Harless underneath as Harless had to go up like a wide receiver and pull that ball down and was able to do so as he's got 6 this quarter. He's got 18 now for the game. Lead back up to 10 for Man against Sherman. He's been able to linger in this game, but they've not been able to get closer than 6 points ever since Man took that early lead, and now passed off the hands of Simpson and out of bounds back over to the Hillbillies. As you take a look here on our instant replay there, what a pass and what a grab by Harless. Just throwing it up one-on-one, knowing that Harless had the size advantage, and he used it to his advantage that point. They get it into the middle. Martin turnaround jumper. There's his first point since first quarter. Again, Martin started out strong with 8 points in the first quarter. Now he's into double figures at 10. 40-28 now. Man leads it. Rollo inside, pass deflected, taken away, up ahead to Harless, drives in on the right side, and he'll lay it in. And now Sherman in danger territory here as Man has reeled off 6 quick points out of the Sherman timeout. Harless now at 20 points for the game. Simpson on the right side, back out top, gets it over far side, another steal. Here comes Adams driving in right side, and he'll lay it in. Adams with 4 points. As Man now with another steal. Adams able to come up with it, saves it back to Walls. Drives in on the left side, can't convert, but there's Harless once again. And now Sherman is in dire straits here in the closing stages of the third quarter. This run has come out of nowhere. It's been a quick 10-0 spurt as they go down low to Rollo, and he'll draw the foul this time to try and get to the line and stop the bleeding. But boy, it was 36-28 in the blink of an eye. It's gone up to 46-28. And you see the foul here, and it looks like that's on Martin, and that'll be number 4 on him, as his fouls have come in bunches here tonight. As Rollo had 10 points in the first half. We have 1:31 remaining now here in the third quarter, and Rollo now 3 of 3 from the free throw line. We'll take a look here on our Thornhill Auto Group instant replay. Again, the great steal by Adams, able to see Jacob Walls charging in. Walls had his layup contested, but too many hillbillies around the basket that time for Sherman to compete with. And Harless gets the putback as the second free throw off the mark for Rollo, rebounded by Martin. Over for Blevins. He'll stop, pop a three from the right wing, in and out, no good. Rebound into the corner. Saved by Martin as he comes towards Duff. Over to Harless, over to Walls. What a play. As Aiden Martin able to make that happen, and Harless noticing quickly that Walls is the open man in order to lay it in. 48-29, as it's been a highlight reel here in the last 2 minutes for the Hillbillies. Harless into the lane, another little runner will fall. He's got 12 this quarter and 24 for the game. As Mann now has taken complete control of this game at 50-29. Caldwell, left elbow, back out to Green. 3 on the way, online but too strong. Rollo able to save the rebound, and then is fouled after the fact as they crash through the ground. As you see here, our All-State instant replay, Martin coming flying right towards us, able to save that, and Harless in midair saw Walls and able to hit him real quick. I'd say without a doubt the play of the game, brought to you by All-State Insurance. Now Martin will go to the bench with those 4 fouls. Sherman with the ball, trailing 50-29, under a minute to go in the third quarter, 40 seconds in fact, as Rollo penetrates into the lane, kicks it back out. Green, he'll go for 3 from the left side, off the mark, rebounded by Brown. Let's see if Mann tries to hold for one or not here on this trip, as Brown able to split a few defenders, goes up and under, layup a little off, rebounded by Harless, and he'll be fouled on the way back up. I believe they'll call this a 2-shot foul. That'll send Harless to the free throw line with 18 seconds to go now in the third quarter. Harless 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Monster third quarter for him. That's now his 13th point of the quarter, 25th of the game, as he has his 11th double-double in a row on the season already secured. Going to have 45 rebounds in a game just a couple of weeks ago to set the school record that had been owned by Jackson Tackett, who transferred to Mann. Tackett had 30-plus in a game, and Harless was able to shatter that. Now closing seconds of the third quarter, Rollo into the middle, over. Green drives in, and his shot swatted to the ground by Harless, and Rollo tries to drive in and lay it in, but the time had expired here in the third quarter. And now the players seem confused on the floor. And that will be the end of the third quarter, with Mann taking control as they lead at 51-39 at the end of 3. We'll be back after this as you're listening to and watching Man Hillbilly Basketball right here on Video Productions.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
community strong. We are Thornhill Ford Lincoln, your hometown dealer located on 119 near Chapmanville. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, support, and savings on your next vehicle. Don't miss out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and thornhillford.net. Built for America, built Ford proud. Thornhill Ford Lincoln is proud to offer you our all-new Thornhill Value Plus warranty, giving you 10 years, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty on most all vehicles. Get going. The road to total savings starts with Thornhill.
A 15-1 run for the Hillbillies to close out the quarter has blown this game wide open, and they lead at 51-29 against the Sherman Tide. Chris Kidd here with you. Butch Mounts, our engineer. And Booth Davis, our camera operator, over on the far side. Hanging out in the crowd with everybody else right now, keeping us updated to the time as well. So we appreciate Booth tonight going the extra mile for us. As Mann will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Harless able to drive by his man and lays it in with the left hand as he has had a monster night now. 27 points on the evening for him. Again, only had 3 points the first time against Sherman, but he's made up for lost time, especially here in this second half. 53-29, now Harless with a steal. Here he comes up the left side. Bounce pass over for Blevins, and he'll lay it in with the left hand. So Blevins draws a little closer now to 1,000 points on his career. But again, with that injured right hand, had to go with the left hand that time. Little baseline jumper up, rolls off for Skeens, knocked out of bounds, and going to say last touched, looks like maybe by the Hillbillies here. As Trey Brown trying to plead his case, but here you see it on our instant replay. Harless able to draw the defender, split the pass right over to Harless, or to Blevins rather. Good job by him getting that on his left hand in order to get the layup off. That's our all-state instant replay. The inbounds pass was kicked by Harless, so it'll stay here with the Sherman Tide. And we talked about the 1990 team being honored tonight. Do notice some throwback Hillbilly jerseys and throwback Hillbilly cheerleader outfits here tonight as well. So that's a great touch by Mann as Harless with the steal and another run out. And he'll get another easy two. And it is just Jeremiah Harless show here tonight. He's getting whatever he wants on both ends of the floor. And Mann now running away with this game at 57-29. Into the corner, three on the way. That one off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Skeens. He'll get it out to Rollo. He'll try a three from the left wing, no good. And Adams able to take the rebound away. Again, this score was 36-28 with under 3 minutes to go in the third, and now it's led to this as Adams. Another two for him. He's got 6, and Sherman going to turn and call a 30-second timeout here. As you see our instant replay, the nice stutter step by Adams. Able to get by, and the easy layup for him as this game has gotten out of hand in a hurry. Again, it was 36-28, now 59-29, a 23-1 run. Just a reminder, this game brought you in part by DLH Drug and Alcohol Testing, who is a proud supporter of Aiden Martin and the Mann Hillbillies. DLH Drug and Alcohol Testing is your key to providing a drug-free workplace. Again, thank you, DLH Drug and Alcohol Testing, for all you do here in the Logan County area. Again, Chris Kidd with you, Butch Mounts, our engineer, Booth Davis, our camera operator. And this a 23-1 run for the Mann Hillbillies after it was just an 8-point game. Now they are well on their way to their 12th straight win on the year as we have 6:32 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Again, Mann's only 2 losses this year, both just 3-point losses. Lost by 3 to East Ridge, Kentucky, 54-51. And that one was in overtime in the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. And then the only in-state loss they had was Domingo Central by 3, 58-55. And they were able to avenge that loss here at Mann just a couple weeks back as pass inside knocked loose. And I think they're going to say last touch by the Hillbillies here. But we talked at the top of the broadcast, Sherman having a good season, but just unable to find an answer from Mann and Tug Valley, and that's who they're going to have to beat if they want a chance to play to get to the state tournament, as Welch able to get the rebound off the missed 3 by C.J. Winnell, and he'll lay it in order to get the first field goal ever since the score is at 36-28. Harless crashes to the ground as he goes to the basket, and he'll go to the free throw line here to shoot a pair. trying to eclipse 30 points now on the evening, as we'll take a look at it here in our Thornhill Auto Group instant replay. As you see the entry pass, Harless able to turn the corner and get inside for the layup attempt. He's 3 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. It's his first free throw up and through. So that does put Harless at 30 points on the evening. Second free throw up. This one good as well. And he's just playing with so much confidence throughout the second half of this season right now. He's just been so fluid and so dominant on both ends of the floor. Again, with Austin Ball transferring to the private school this year, he's really picked up that slack without having him in the lineup, as off the miss, Walls, long pass up ahead, finds Harless. Over for Blevins on the right side. He'll dribble over with the left hand, looks now inside. Pass deflected by Welch, knocked loose on the floor. Wendell able to pick it up and gives it over for Rollo. So the first turnover in quite a while for the Hillbillies. As Rollo gets inside, dishes off, and we're going to get a foul here as Welch was trying to go up with it. But he'll be hacked and he'll go to the free throw line. As this will only be the 5th and 6th free throws of the evening for Sherman. Actually, it looks like they're going to call it on the floor now, so they're going to change that. It'll be Skeens inbound underneath his own basket. He'll get it up top for Simpson. He'll take a quick three and he'll bury it. To Andrew Simpson, his first 3 points of the game. Now Harless with it. On the right side, he'll step back, kicks it across court. Blevins, he'll go for a three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Able to get his own rebound back, goes up, and he'll be fouled. And go to the line here. He's going to get the foul on Skeens, it appears. As we take a look at our time here, as we're down to 5:04 remaining in the fourth quarter. And actually, they're not going to give that to Blevins on the shot, so they call it on the floor. As Blevins three, no good. Martin on the putback, turnaround, no good. Rebound knocked loose, taken away by Skeens, and then Martin fouls out as he hip-checked Skeens going after that loose ball. And it was a night that started with a lot of promise for Aiden Martin. Actually, no, they're going to say it's 4 fouls against Martin. Again, I must have saw one of the ones that happened in the first half, but Martin came out on fire, 8 quick points in this game. But then foul troubles kind of sidetracked him here this evening. But he will remain in with 4 fouls here as Simpson gets into the paint, lost control of it, and that'll be a travel on him. And it didn't look like a Hillbilly got a hand on that ball, just Simpson lost control of it trying to get into the air and maybe look for a pass. The man will retake control, leading at 61-34 here. Under 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Martin, he'll line up a three from the right side, and he'll bury it. Martin now with 15 points on the game. As we mentioned, he had 27 points the first time these two teams played. That pass from Wendell just slapped out of bounds by Walls. It's now a 30-point lead here for the Hillbillies at 64-34. Skeens, right corner three, no good. Welch gets the rebound on the backside. Simpson, now he'll go for three from the left wing, no good, and rebounded by Walls. Long pass up ahead. Blevins able to snag it, gets to the free throw line, pull-up jumper off, rebounded though by Harless, just powers his way back through 2 men and lays it in on the left side. He's got 33 and now gets a steal, throws it up at the rim on his backside, and if that had gone in, I'm sorry, Butch, I would have taken the headset off and just walked out to the car. As Rollo able to convert on the other end on the layup. But you know what, whenever you're riding as high as Jeremiah Harless is, why not give it a shot at this point, as Brown unable to hit inside with a floater. Taken away by Sherman. As they get it over for Wendell, now underneath for Welch. His layup no good, but rebound put back up and in by Skeens. He's now got 7 points for the game. Now 66-38 in favor of Martin. Gets inside the free throw line. Pass gets away right over towards us and out of bounds. As that'll get the ball back over to Sherman. As we're closing in on 3 minutes to go now here in the fourth quarter. In man on their way to their 12th consecutive win. As Rollo will take it baseline. Nice turnaround hook shot in the lane. Again, Rollo's got so many nice moves when he gets down into the post, and he's had 15 points here tonight for the Tide as Brown gets to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper, and he's able to connect. Brown with 7 points now on the evening, 68-40. Man leads it. Simpson gets it across the timeline on the right side. He'll bounce it over for Winnell. Now down low for Rollo. Goes inside. Challenges the big men underneath and can't convert. Rebound taken by Harless. Up ahead for Blevins. Makes the grab. Goes up with that right hand. Unable to convert. Martin, though, gets the rebound and puts it back up, and he'll go to the free throw line. Again, Blevins tried to do it with that taped right hand that time. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the second game we've seen him with that pinky finger and fourth finger taped together, and had a wrap on it that he appeared to have taken off at halftime, but just having difficulty trying to control it with the one hand. As free throw up and good for Martin. Now 1 of 2 from the line tonight as he gets some mass substitutions in here for the Tide as they're throwing in the towel, and now the Hillbillies will oblige as well as they'll start to get their starters out of the game. Jeremiah Harless will check out as well, and he'll get a nice ovation, as he should, along with the rest of these Hillbillies after this massive performance he had in the second half. 21 of his 33 points in the second half. And now Martin with yet another free throw upcoming here. As that one too strong, rebound taken away by Sherman. 69-40, Man leads it. They get it to Caldwell, now back out front as Green penetrates in. Kicks it over for Caldwell as we're under 3 minutes to play here in the fourth. Green gets into the middle, kicks it over far side. 3 on the way from the wing, no good that time for Seth Ward, who's checked in. And rebound taken away by Andrew Kozart. Gets it up the sights, now to Martin. He'll take a 3 from the corner, and Martin will connect. So after he scored 8 points in the first quarter, only had 2 until the fourth quarter, and now he's got 7 quick points here in the fourth as Ward gets the rebound underneath off the miss, and Seth Ward will lay it in for his first bucket. Now it looks like they just kind of want to get a rolling timeout here to get a couple of subs in, get Martin out of the game. As Jaden Brown will check in for Man. A couple other Sherman Tide players will check in as well. And again, Martin will exit the game with 1:39 to play. And he'll exit with 17 points on the evening. As I'm not sure what the whistle was for here. I don't think they started the clock, maybe. But again, at this juncture of the game, it's a little insignificant with how much time was on the clock. Again, it's a very, very comfortable lead for the Man Hillbillies here at the moment. And I'm sure the Sherman Tide won't argue with it either if there's 1 or 2 extra seconds on the clock at this point. As Brady Hall Montgomery gets it up top for Kozart, back to Montgomery. Goes inside for Kozart, now over near side. 3 on the way from the left corner, just off the mark for Jaden Brown, and rebound taken away by Caldwell. It's 72-40, Man leads it. They get it over far side for Shane Ring. Ring gets it back. Skips it over for Caldwell. He'll lob it down low, trying to drive in on the left side. And now we get a foul from behind here, as that'll send Bryce Mills to the free throw line. We have 57 seconds now remaining, and Mills going to try and get himself into the scorebook here. Mills unable to hit on the first attempt. He'll get another. Second free throw up. This one will rattle home for him. So Mills able to get a bucket. 72-43. Again, under a minute to play here from Mam, West Virginia as Seitz gets it over from Montgomery. Cross court now for Brown, back up top. As dribble drive, pull up jumper on the way. Going to be short for Colton Miller. Rebounded though by Seitz. He'll go in. Layup will fall for him. Seitz gets into the scorebook with his first bucket of the game. 74-43. Up top for Caldwell. Now back over left side. Johnson goes down low. Kicking it back out for Caldwell. He'll try a three. In and out, no good. Rebound fought for. Regained by Sherman. Shot off the mark for Mills. Rebounded by Montgomery. A little bit of a WWE move there to fling Mills off of him. And it looks like it was a jump ball call, so it'll go over to the Hillbillies here. We're under 30 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. This man will just run out the clock here, it appears, and move to 17-2 on the season. It's that final 12 seconds on the clock, and Montgomery, the kid with perfect attendance in high school for the Man Hillbillies, will give it over near side for Miller. And again, the big run the Hillbillies went on, led it 36-28 late in the third, and they win it in a romp, going away 74-43 here this evening from Man High School. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break, and we'll be back right after this to wrap up matters here from Man, West Virginia, as you're listening to and watching Man Hillbilly basketball with us right here on Video Productions.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd with you. Alongside me, Butch Mounts, our engineer, with Booth Davis, our camera operator for tonight's action, as the Man Hillbillies go on a huge run at the end of the third quarter and end up blowing out the Sherman Tide here tonight, 74-43, as they win their 12th consecutive game and move to 17-2 on the season, as Sherman will drop to 14-7. Well, let's look at our final scoring on both sides here tonight. Starting with Sherman, they were led by Dalton Rollo with 15 points, followed by A.J. Skeens with 7 points. Then you had Cameron Caldwell and Logan Green with 5 points apiece. Seth Ward with 2 points in the contest here this evening. You also had Isaac Johnson and Andrew Simpson with 3 points, and Jacob Welch with 2 points as well to close out the scoring for the Tide. On the other end for the Man Hillbillies, they were led by Jeremiah Harless, who led all scorers with 33 points. Then you had Aiden Martin with 17 points, followed by Trey Brown with 7 points, Jordan Adams with 6, Jacob Walls with 5, Caleb Blevins finishing with 4, and James Seitz rounding out the scoring with 2 points. This man finished 7 of 11 from the free throw line tonight. Sherman finishing 4 of 6 from the line this evening, while Sherman was able to connect on 4 3-pointers. Man able to hit on 3 3-pointers. But again, that massive run from 36-28 in the third quarter with 3 minutes to go until the end, it was all Man pulling away for the victory. Well, now it is time for our player of the game here on Video Productions, brought to you by Logan Physical Therapy. And tonight, don't think there's much of a question as to who it's going to be. Again, Martin had a great game, as did several others for the Hillbillies, but Jeremiah Harless just shining leaps and bounds here tonight. 33 points on the evening for the senior. Another double-double for him on the night, and he was really the one that inspired that comeback start in the third quarter with several steals, big defensive stops, run-out layups. The Hillbillies had it all working for them late in that third quarter, which opened the floodgates and allowed them to pull away in the fourth, for a very comfortable win, 74-43, as they sweep the season series against Sherman, and very likely going to be the 1 seed in the section, as they have not lost to anyone in that section all year long. So it'd have to be some funny business if they weren't going to be in that, but they are in the driver's seat, and Sherman still going to have to try and find a way to knock off one of these top 2 teams in that section, whether it be Man or Tug Valley, come 2 weeks from now. Well, again, we'll be back tomorrow night, as I'll be at Logan for the Logan Wildcats against the Sissonville Indians, and Video Productions will be there alongside us, as 7:20 will be the tip-off, or 7:20 will be the pregame show, I should say, for us on Video Productions, with 7:30 set for the tip between the Wildcats and Sissonville. So make sure you're with us for that contest. We'll have many other games as well on Video Productions. Again, we're winding down the season, folks. You want to be able to catch up with all of your teams, and all the teams with a chance to head to Charleston. Going to have all sorts of tournament action coming your way as well in the next few weeks, so make sure you stay with us right here with Butch Mounts and Video Productions coming your way, as the road to Charleston is now just a month away, as everyone's getting excited once again to head to the Civic Center. Well, once again tonight, it's the Man Hillbillies defeating the Sherman Tide 74-43. So for Booth Davis, our camera operator, and Butch Mounts, our executive producer and engineer tonight, I'm Chris Kidd saying so long from Man High School, as you are listening to and watching Man Hillbilly basketball action with us right here live on Video Productions.